Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. We're joined here by the Classical Academy Caiman's girls flag football team. That's a little mouthy and wordy. We can maybe work on somehow shortening that title to just the Caiman's football team because you guys have more wins than the other one this year. And, you know, they had a state championship last year, so we'll switch who's maybe the primary football team on campus this year. Thank you very much for being here. Can we go left to right? Introduce ourselves, name, grade, and position. And then for coaches, I always say, if you know what grade you would be in at this point, if not, how many years have you been at the school? Got it. So let's start over here, please.
Ella Moore, and 9th grade quarterback.
Oh, a freshman quarterback. I like that.
Emma Gryn, 11th grade, and free safety.
Mary Hayes, 10th grade, and wide receiver or quarterback.
Justine Batcheller, 10th grade, and quarterback, sometimes running back, sometimes wide receivers. A little bit of everything.
The hybrid position.
Yes, a little bit of everything.
A little bit of every. Is that out of necessity that you just kind of are always needed in places, or is that out of you wanted to not be like pinned down?
No, it's
just I don't want to just be a wide receiver coach.
No, just wherever I'm needed.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, kind of like the old Chargers, Sproles.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a go-to player. I'm Coach Salas. Let's see, I've been at Classical Academy, I want to say 6 years. I'm pretty much the soccer coach.
Yeah, well, the funny counterpoint to the how long have you been at this school is the question for specifically for girls football coaches. You have been the head coach of this program for how many months?
Yeah,
like
so,
this
exactly. This is the first year for football. We're excited.
But it's not even been a whole calendar year, right?
No,
this was found out in summer, give or take. Like, what's been the timeline exactly for getting this going?
Mid-August, I think we had our first camp.
You're saying August of this year.
Yeah, August
so
of this year,
saying
September, October.
You found out when before August? You found out a month before August? You knew for 3 days?
I don't want to throw our AD under the bus here, but yeah, it was a week before camp.
This is not a safe space for Marcus Preciado. This is
He
let me know on a Wednesday, and we started on a Monday.
So, well, and you all laugh collectively in the room, but I'm sure that you guys as players... Yeah. How far in advance? I mean, as a freshman, you probably didn't know before this year that there was going to be a football team. For those of you guys that were like, what was it? It's kind of the same thing that you guys just came back to school and you're like, oh, damn, we have a football team.
We had an idea, but it was we had powder puff and the coaches were interested in letting us know it could be a possibility. And then we were hearing it all summer. So we knew it was going to happen by the end of last year.
So how hard, what did it, just immediately as soon as you knew football, you guys were in? Or did you have to talk each other into it? Or what's been the buy-in? What makes you guys want to play the football?
We had a huge powder puff, and it kind of brought the whole school together. And I never really played football before that, and I had such a fun time. And a lot of the soccer girls definitely play football, so we kind of just all collectively.
So you guys can stand coach for 2 full seasons?
Yes, and club season.
That feels like you have some secret ancient wisdom to impart upon coaches, because most coaches don't get the seal of approval for 30 weeks of interaction.
Yeah. It's interesting. I think one of the main reasons I got the job was
you were the first sucker that answered Marcus's call.
No, there's actually quite a few people that got it. I grew up actually playing football, right, American football, and then chose to play college soccer. But football was my passion coming out of Vista High, 95, 96.
Go Panthers.
CIF champs, right?
Hey, there you
go. So when this came about, I didn't actually know how much fun I was going to have, right? And I think the formula was this. Let's get the soccer coach, who's also their club coach, grab the best athletes in the school, and then we create a powerhouse. And so as I'm looking at every other school that we're playing, I know a lot of the soccer girls in those schools, they're not playing. Some of them play surf soccer and for different clubs, and they're just not able to fit everything in. And so that's the beauty, I think, with us, is we're able to get the best athletes in the school, come together on one team. And so we just
are you guys varsity and JV, or just varsity, or what are the total numbers?
Just varsity this year, yeah.
What are the total numbers looking like?
We definitely had about 58 girls come out.
Oh, so healthy.
Yeah. But we only kept 16.
Yeah.
You are a savage.
You know, we
Good
cried
grief.
almost every night, you know, especially Coach Preciado. But the issue is we just had such a level of excellence and then a lot of new. So it wasn't like we could keep a new player and justify, you know, not keeping the other 24.
I
So
think that
next year
there's some
we'll
other
definitely have
coaches that
JV.
might want you for cut day. They might want to borrow you,
know,
to be the Grim Reaper in some other programs.
It was tough. I mean, the girls know this. It was really tough. We let some amazing Caymans go, and it hurt us for
Is
a
the
long
game
time.
plan long term though? JV also and like
100%.
grow out. So it
100%.
feels like for you guys
Yeah.
as athletes, the reception and endorsement has been like wholehearted. You guys like this. You guys want this. This isn't something where, you know, like he said, 50 came out, but then a week later you only had 20 because half are like, whatever. This is. You guys are enjoying this so far, yes?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's been maybe the hardest thing about adjusting to the speed, the life, the whatever of high school varsity football?
I don't think there's anything hard about it.
That's a great answer. That's what's up. Coach, you were building yourself a little bit of a dynasty with some killers here. They're unfazed by the speed of varsity football, and they're all young.
Yeah.
My goodness.
You know, phase one was really player selection, and Coach Hayes, Preciado, myself, we did, I believe, an amazing job in our player selection. From there, we put their gifts and attributes and who they are together and created a system of play defensively and offensively. And then that's been so much fun. I'm going to say a few things, right, that just make it fun. So we have our offensive sets like Swampy, we got Drippy involved, Cayman's Rabbit, Lucky. We're just having so much fun naming, you know, our offense and defense. But that comes after we select and then figure out their gifts, and then we have an amazing team and strategy, and then it's player rotation. And the smaller roster really allows us to grow as a unit, and they know what they're doing, when they're doing it. And so the smaller roster for us has been a blessing, even though a lot of those girls that didn't make it will definitely make it next year in the JV or freshman team.
Right, so girls, right now, as of us recording this, you guys are undefeated, and I don't want to be the media curse and put the hex on that, but that has to feel kind of good. Is that right on schedule? Are you guys a little bit? I mean, I don't think a lot of teams are going to own up to saying, "Oh, we're better and ahead of schedule than we thought." But first year out the gate, I mean, did you guys know after like one practice, hey, we're a really good team, like we're going to crush some people this year? Did it take a couple games? Like, how are you guys clicking? I mean, it seems like you guys are clicking really well so far. Yes.
What do you guys say? I thought at Powder Puff we were going to be. I already.
So you knew this you were looking around at Powder Puff last year, just being
yeah.
like, I can't wait to have this happen because we got. So what were the results then? It sounds like last year's Powder Puff. Are we looking at the team that won last year's Powder Puff is this year's team?
So I actually beat her team.
You know, we don't need to talk about that now.
No.
Oh, but we do.
We do. By a lot, actually. Okay. No, I'm just kidding.
So that's the competitive fire, is the bad blood that spills over from last year's
No, not really,
singular day. But Powder Puff last year was broken up how? Grades, random draft, what were like?
It was by how many girls were interested, and then the boys football players just drafted teams, and they picked out of seniors and then juniors and then sophomores and freshmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys did it then, you know, maybe walk me through like first practice, first game. Was there a moment where it clicked as a team that you guys were like, hey, we're pretty good? Or have you guys not even clicked? Are you just getting started still?
I think definitely like our first scrimmages, like obviously you're not going to go into a game being like, oh, we're really good. Like it's our first game ever. We've never played before. But I think like after a while we were like, okay, we kind of got something special here. Like we're doing really well. And it's just exciting.
I'm trying to look up the total point. The points for, points against this year might be my favorite. So is that what do you enjoy more out of the 347-4 or the 22 allowed? What are you more proud of as a team?
The 21 allowed, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 21 only.
Or what is
Again, you can't trust Preciado.
No, Preciado's right.
Okay, so you guys are more proud as a defense than as an offense this season? Oh, even the quarterback says, yeah. Why do you even say more proud as a defense than an offense?
Well, I just think that the defense, it's really important, you know. as coach says, defense wins championships. The offense fuels the crowd. Like the defense just giving up 22 points in like however many games, like 9 games, is really good.
You're averaging 2.2 points allowed per game, which is less than a field goal. And that's that's kind of good.
Yeah.
It's really important
I
for
think
like
us,
the
I think
close
it's-
games,
I think
especially.
it's great. We played some monsters. We played everyone. We go into every game not knowing who's good and who's not because it's everyone's first year.
Well, are we at the point? And is there even really film to watch yet? Like
There is film. I mean, we're
there's a
pretty-
little bit
Yeah.
starting to trickle out now.
I'll let you know. Well, Preciado does a great job of filming and putting it all over the internet. So we're all over the place. And now when we're playing our home games, we're kind of looking behind us and we're going, I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is. Everyone's filming. I know we played La Costa last night and La Costa's filming. Torrey Pines happened to show up and they're filming us because we're going to meet them in a week or so.
So who's the rival right now? Because sometimes as schools have rivals, but as a program, did you guys just randomly pick a school out of their hat? Like you seem like you already know who is the program rival right now. No?
Well, it's just like
It's a tough one because our normal conference.
Played would just be LCC.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I.
So the rivalry there is real
I wouldn't say
fresh. The
it's a
rivalry with
rival.
LCC is 18 hours
Going
fresh.
into overtime.
I don't know. I don't know
I would
if
say
we
it's
have a rival yet.
Well, and that's what I'm curious. Like, did
Yeah.
it just spill? Because
Our normal schools aren't in our conference.
Well, so I was gonna say
Yeah.
you guys are in kind of this fracture. Like, you can't
Yeah.
spill over because soccer. Who's the main rival? Orange Glen, San Pasquale. Like, there's like got to
This
be
is what I feel being a
Charter?
Cayman. Somebody.
Escondido Charter. Like, yeah, like there's
Charter.
just.
Yeah,
But
Charter.
Yes.
Charter isn't the football rival yet, right?
No.
Okay,
They don't have
They
a
have a
team.
team?
I don't think they have a team.
that would prevent them from being
Cayman's-
the rival.
I'll say this: Cayman's. Since I've been here for 6 years, it's tough because everyone, for some reason, wants to beat a Cayman. And in soccer, they're not beating us.
No, not
Flag
recently.
football, they're not beating us. It's interesting. It's hard to find a rival, but yet we get everyone's best, and everybody wants to kill a Cayman, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting your best, I got to say I was at the Bishop's Classical Academy football game on
here we go,
Friday.
football. Yeah.
And okay, no, but hear me out. There is a legitimate compliment in here. There's a legitimate compliment in here. Down 35 points with about 90 seconds left in the game. The student section was singing Sweet Caroline at the top of their lungs and seemed to still be full and having the time of their life. I don't think they knew what was going on or cared what was going on at the football field at that point. Are you guys getting any of that support yet? Are the fans turning out? No, or we need to take
Not
them
really. We
to
got to step
task?
that game
Yeah.
up a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they know what they're missing, huh?
Is
Missing
that
Definitely
the
not.
fun part is we have made, like, our team represents a lot of the rowdy crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so? You guys were that. You guys were the ones.
We were
Yeah.
jumping up and
Okay.
This
singing.
is
and-
the one.
Yeah, it was so fun.
Is the voice still blown out from it?
It's
Well, the
not
theme
full
was
yet.
construction or
Yeah,
something like that.
construction
Okay,
game.
because I thought I heard the Home Depot soundtrack playing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had little Home Depot things on. It was so fun.
How did you guys come up with those kinds of themes?
They're
Just
just
Picking random
yeah.
words.
It was neon
Constructions.
construction.
Beyond,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, just playing Mad Libs
Yeah.
with the construction. So okay, but the student section has not turned out yet for the home game. Is there going to be a homecoming or a senior night or a main game that we can pitch to people? Hey, if you're going to come check out one of the games this year, come to this one.
Definitely a senior night.
Okay.
We're trying though, aren't we?
Oh, so we have.
Wasn't there
Come
supposed
out.
to be one?
We got
So-
the Rowdy Crowd like club.
but then that
Our-
game got canceled.
I
Yeah.
got canceled. So
So
now-
our senior night will be October 19th. It's our pretty much our last game versus Vista High.
Okay.
At
Oh,
our place.
you got to take down your alma mater.
You know, and what's hilarious about that is Pat Marmarco was my freshman coach, and now we get to play him again.
Okay, so October 19th against Vista at where is home field for you guys?
Valley Middle School.
Okay.
We call it HV, aka the Swamp.
AKA the swamp. I like that. Just call it the swamp. Just cut out anything other the previous than the swamp. That's great. That's a fantastic thing. I absolutely love that. Okay, so quarterbacks, receivers, hybrid athlete, like what's been the best experience football wise for you guys? Is there a single touchdown that has been the crowning achievement this year? You guys have like you got an interception or like what have just been some of the best on-field moments for you guys?
So many highlights, girls. Go for it.
Hey.
Go for it.
We'll go left or right.
Again? I think that last night's game, actually, the touchdown throw to Grace Sega to win the game in overtime, that was pretty cool for us.
Tell him, Ella, how many touchdowns have you thrown as a freshman?
26?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She said that very quietly.
I don't know. It's 20
I
something.
think you're at 26 or 27 touchdowns.
So come here, camera one. You might have heard her whisper that very, very quietly. At this point in the season, Julian Sayin only has 17 touchdowns, and he's supposed to go to Alabama next year and play. Well, that means that the freshman over there said at this little teeny volume, that she has almost twice as many touchdowns as a 5-star recruit.
Basically.
That's terrifying that she's that quiet about it. She's going to score 500,000 touchdowns by its own. All right, keep going, please.
I've gotten a couple picks. I got a pick 6 a couple games back.
The pick 6, that sounds like that has to be one of the most satisfying feelings. Walk me through the pick 6. Did you see it coming? You're like, this quarterback's been tipping. I know what's going, or was it one of those like?
It was one of
tipped
those
up in the air and then it just fell in your lap.
They basically just like threw it really high, just trying to get rid of it, and it was going right to me, and caught it, ran down the field, and celebrated.
Oh, what's the celebrate? Do you guys have a
We're really bad at celebrating.
So no.
Like it's embarrassingly
Yeah, we
bad.
gotta work on
That's
it.
probably why the rowdy crowd doesn't come.
Yeah.
But also when Giselle celebrated, she got in trouble.
So yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went like this and did a little stanky leg, and the ref was like, "Don't be doing that."
What?
Because
Yeah.
he thought she was going like this to a player. So we were like, we can't even have fun.
We tried.
We tried.
Back to Emma.
That's
though.
outrageous.
Back to Emma. She blitzes. She comes with such speed. I mean, you have more than a couple picks. I think you're around 6 or 7. The rate you pull flags is really amazing. So, just to let you know.
It wasn't even, I don't even remember if I was on the field or not, but there was this one offensive play where Giselle Nunez, she like had this insane one-handed catch like across her body. It was maybe the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I remember just looking around at everyone and all of our teammates just being like absolutely in shock about, like that was almost when it clicked for me. I was like, oh my gosh, like we have some like freak athletes on our team. And it was so fun as a team just to like celebrate one of our players as being like absolutely cracked. It was insane.
We got good quarterbacks, Ella and Mary. All of us are just like, they'll bomb it down. Giselle makes amazing catches. We have like defense, interceptions. It's just like, there's amazing plays every game. Like if you come to a game, you're going to see a good play, at least. Yeah.
Just not a good celebration afterwards.
No.
Yet.
Probably not, sadly.
Yet.
But
We'll
also,
work
we
on
got to
that.
stay humble. We don't want to.
Act like you've been there.
I mean, you throw. I don't know. Do you guys watch NFL football at all? Okay.
bit, yeah.
Have we seen? Did any of you see the Dolphins touchdown celebration?
Okay, yes.
Yes.
We should do that.
Coach, are you okay with this being implemented?
That being the score.
I'm 100% okay with it. I try to do, chest bumps, side bumps all around. It's just
Yes,
not working out.
It's easy
see
enough
it. Yeah,
footwork,
we
little
can
left,
do that.
right, and all of that. Okay,
I will
We've
say
we've
this.
corrupted the youth of tomorrow already.
We talked about a one-handed catch, and there wasn't really, you can't feel the passion in the air, but do me a favor.
Oh no, I've watched the
Oh, you've
videos.
seen
It
it.
was
Okay.
going to be the next one of my questions. Is
All right, you've seen it.
with a lot of the last like 3 to 4 years, largely the concept of why you guys are here in this room has become irrelevant. There is not an actual need for a centralized like high school media to exist. Everyone is polite enough to still like enjoy the content, but schools have largely just brought it in-house and have their own videographers, and like why wait for KUSI or why wait for anyone to be here when we can do our own stuff? And I am just curious, like you guys are the first generation to get that kind of stuff where it's just like, oh yeah, if I score, I'm not looking for anybody other than my own videographer from our own school. Like what is that like playing for a school that's willing to put those kind of resources and hype behind you guys? It's not a treatment that a lot of other athletes get.
It's just nice to know, like, you'll be able to look back if you make, like, a good play and know that you're being recorded. I don't think it's in our heads that we're being recorded because it's someone's phone or you don't even know if you're getting recorded or not. And then you're like, oh, I just made this amazing play and it's being posted everywhere. Like, that's a good feeling, knowing that people saw what you did on the field, even if they weren't there.
Do you get self-conscious at all watching your football film back yet? Or are you just like, give me I want all the retweets. I want all the reposts. I want more of us on the Caiman's IG.
Just more of it.
Yeah, definitely just more of it.
Don't you feel like just so many people are missing out right now watching us?
Yeah.
Definitely.
We feel bad for all the Caymans. Like the whole school they just have something amazing going on. I think they hear it in the background and stuff like that, but they're not just there.
Now, this is us publicly shaming the rest of the student
Yeah.
body.
A little bit.
Yes, it is.
I'm fine with that.
Because, come on, they go to the guys' game and...
Yeah.
Well, that's your fault, though. It sounds like you're there
I am
helping
there.
cheer
We
on
gotta
everything.
cheer, though. We gotta
You do.
support.
Yeah.
They support like half of our games.
Yeah.
And they get
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach Josiah, Coach Cruz does
A good job.
he
does
does a
do
good
a good job of trying to support us. And
does.
He's
get
trying to
his
set a
players
low
down.
bar this year so he can exceed expectations next
I
year
will
and
say
get better.
though, at first he was just there. Now he became a fan,
Yes.
and he is more than into it. So he's
Well,
excited.
I do honestly think that some people still just think that this is like not even really a real thing yet. Like they're sort of like, oh, wait, what?
Right.
Like that's now actual high school sport? I thought that was just sort of being talked about or something like that. So
Yeah.
I get that some of the culture needs to catch up to it, but come on, Caiman's fans. They're 10-0. What else do you need? They've got snacks. They're undefeated. They like
taco night.
taco night. What is there a
Announce
are
it.
there
Music.
live gators there? Like what else do we need to do to entice people? To I don't know if actually that would work. It would make the swamp more authentic if you brought out the live
Definitely.
gators. Okay, so no seniors in this room, right? All just freshmen and sophomores, yes?
And
And one junior. Okay, so normally I do like to close out interviews by asking, hey, seniors, what's the legacy that you want to leave behind? So I will say instead of that, for you guys as the first class to go through this, just as the first year, as the first team, what do you want the building blocks of all this to be? Like, where are you guys trying to set the standard for Classical Academy football?
Why don't we go from left to right?
I
QB1.
think we should go from oldest to youngest.
Yeah.
Okay. I definitely think that we should just try and go as far as we can. I mean, if that means a CIF championship, then that's amazing. And I think, I don't know, I just want us to do really well and have fun while doing it and just get Caiman girls
But
flag football
a
out there.
championship caliber mentality.
Yes, definitely.
Is the mindset. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I'd say like for this year, obviously like a championship and stuff, but like for future like years and stuff, and like we're just really focusing, or I feel like we're focusing on like building this not just as this team, but like as a whole like program, like the girls flag football program, like not even just like our plays and all that specific stuff, but just like our mentality, our like the way we practice, just all that stuff. We're like really building that to be strong and like not. We have so many like amazing athletes this year, but for years to come, like that can change and we can still have this amazing program.
Yeah, just like, when you're playing Cayman flag football girls that it's going to be fun. You're going to have fun and it's going to be competitive and you're going to get pushed your hardest. Like the coaches want you to succeed. They're not going to they don't want you to fail. You're going to get pushed and you're going to have a good time. You know that walking on the field.
I think it's just really like important to everyone to like do our best and do whatever. If it means CIF, then that's awesome. And it also puts girls flag football on everyone's like radar to see that, so other girls, they can come and play it and aren't just like, oh, it's a little side sport for soccer or whatever.
Trying to look up real quick before we get out of here the football record book for CIF San Diego section records. Football record book. Internet never fast enough right when you need it, especially on the
There's,
CIF website.
22 colleges right now offering flag football scholarships, and it's growing. So it's definitely a sport for the future.
This record book never opens quick. Okay, the record book. I want to just get to this real quick because I want to make sure that we know where the bar is currently set. Football is the career touchdown passing record is 89. Do you think you can break triple digits by the time you graduate?
Honestly, probably if we have a good team like this that can make like insane catches like Giselle did and Justine does, and throwing the ball up, I'm confident enough to know that if it's not a perfect throw that someone will come down with it. So yeah, I think I'm pretty confident that if we keep having good teams and good girls like this.
There you go. Anthony Lawrence, current head coach of Grossmont. Record's going to fall. It is in danger. Thank you, everyone, very much for joining us. Congratulations on a great start to the season. Remember, October 19th is the game that they want you to come check out. We're calling you out, Caiman's fans. Be there.
Yes.
Be there. They will have
Be square.
tacos and extra snacks and all sorts of great stuff. Coach, congratulations on a great start to the season. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider. We'll talk to you.